was in this Pimp C tape?
All I can tell you, there was a famous R&B chick, and it was a guy that was getting money at the time. And, you know, Pimp, he used to be in the studio. And every now and then he'd have a camcorder, so he was able to get some footage. And he wanted to do something with the footage, but I don't know why he didn't do nothing with it, but if I could have got a hold of that tape, I'd be a millionaire, man. Whoever it was, they would have to kill me, man. I know TMZ would have paid a bank for that one, man. But yeah, it is a tape, and if you read the comments, a lot of people figured out. Okay. A lot of people figured out because, you know, people that was in Houston at the time, they know who was a little loose.
People who were in Houston when there were rumors of a Pimp C tape know who was loose, and you know who they talking about? Drumrolls, please. The one and only Beyonce. And that's not even the worst part. Based on those Epstein files making rounds, Beyonce's name has come up pretty, and those 3 million files still yet to be released has details on those people who suddenly dropped dead, including, allegedly, Pimp C.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough? You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston?
And based on what I've heard, Beyonce's very spicy and racy past is going to be put on blast as well. A lot.
She's a brilliant musician, and she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington. Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls.
Well, basically what people have been saying is that there's no way Beyonce and Jay-Z could be close friends with all these industry demons, be business partners, attend his parties, have countless business ties, and not be complicit or at least aware of the illegal extracurricular activities people like Diddy have been accused of. So, of course, it wouldn't be surprising if both Jay-Z and Beyonce are called to the stand. Now, in Beyonce's case, there has been a lot of speculation that she allegedly was aware of what was going on this transfer network. And I'm talking about everything from when she truly started dating Jay-Z, like her age at the time, to intimate activities she has participated in similar to freak-offs. Guys, that's where Pimp C and their alleged tape comes in. Okay, just for a bit of background. Back in the day, Pimp C first signed to Jive Records in 1992 as part of UGK with Bun B, and they released their major label debut album, Too Hard to Swallow. The group also received national attention in 2000 after being featured on Jay-Z's hit single Big Pimpin', which peaked at number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 on the Rhythmic Top 40. Then they went on hiatus for the first half of the 2000s, and both members pursued solo careers. Unfortunately, in December 2007, on Jay-Z's birthday, Pimp C was found dead in his hotel room, with a coroner's report attributing his death to complications stemming from heavy consumption of lean and his pre-existing condition of sleep apnea. As for what exactly happened, Pimp C had been staying at the Mondrian Hotel in West Hollywood, California, where he had been working on new music and performing with Too Short. On the morning of December 4th, 2007, he was scheduled to fly back home, where his wife was waiting with his cousin at the airport to pick him up. And after not hearing from him the morning of the scheduled flight, his wife called the hotel and requested that they check on him. Based on reports, the hotel staff discovered Pimp C unresponsive in his hotel room, where paramedics pronounced him dead shortly after. Baby, here's where it gets interesting. According to DJ Paul of 3-6 Mafia, Pimp's manager described seeing Pimp's body laying down like he was praying, but there was blood around, like he was hit. They thought he was probably hit in the head. Based on what DJ Paul said, Pimp was knelt down like he was praying, and the candles were all the way burnt down, so they knew he'd probably been dead for a day or so, because he always lit those candles to sleep. We even had someone like Too Short saying that he found the circumstances of Pimp C's death a little sus when he told Hip Hop DX, I can't believe it's 10 years and I have never till this day been able to accept the circumstances. That's a lot of these little weird situations with folks getting found in hotel rooms, and they always be by themselves in a hotel somewhere in some strange-ish. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on with celebrities and hotel rooms? Checking the 27 Club? You know what that is? Then he also said in an interview with Vlad TV that to him, the death just didn't add up.
But then it's like, I heard somebody had his clothes on or something. I don't know. Like, I don't really know if all this is true, but I just heard parts like, I'm like, what happened to my guy?
Right.
And then they come out with the official. It was a mixture of some stuff, a prescription and something else or something that I don't really know. But with me, I never really heard something that would give that closure for me. I never really heard anything tangible or true, like what happened to my guy.
Now, let's talk about the Pimp C and Beyonce situation, because honestly, this rabbit hole goes deep. Okay, I know that a lot has been said about what really happened to Pimp, including the allegations that someone really powerful wanted him gone. But even before that, one thing you should know is that Pimp C never liked Jay-Z. And I know that because in an episode of The Art of Dialogue, record executive Greg Taylor told a story about an awkward encounter that happened over the phone with Jay-Z and Pimp C. The story was that shortly after the deal for Jay-Z and UGK to collaborate on Big Pimpin' was cut, he called Pimp, and then during the call that was unfortunately on speakerphone, he delivered the news to Pimp C, and Pimp straight up dissed Jay-Z.
He set it up a meeting to go meet with Dame Dash. So we go, after I leave Java, go to Rock, to the Rock. As soon as I sit down there, Dame Dash opened up his checkbook, cut a check for $1 million. I'm like, whoa. He like, I was like, is this for sure? He was like, no. He said, we want to with UGK. I was like, what? He's like, we want to with your boys. That's right. So I immediately picked up the phone and called Pimp C. Because all I was trying to get was 100,000. When Dame cut that $1 million, I called Pimp on the phone like, yo, Pimp. And him and Jamal was in the house. And I could hear a tussle or some type of confrontation, right? And I'm like, calm down, bro. Y'all calm down, Pimp.
I ran up the cable bill.
They was fighting. They was fighting like hard. And I'm like, Pimp, stop whatever you doing right now. I told you what was going down with Jamal when you moved him up in there. I said, but right now, I got $1 million check for you. All we wanted was 100,000. I was just like, who is that with? I said, with Rockefeller. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm watching Dan with the checkbook. He writing it out. He was like, ain't that with over there with Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, tell him to take that check to go give it to Tupac Mama, man.
Baby, note that Pimp C refused to take $1 million from Jay-Z's label because he thought they would rip him off, and even said they should give the money to Tupac's mom. Interesting. What exactly is the connection between Jay-Z and Tupac? And why would Pimp say that they should give the money to Tupac's mom? Anywho, the thing is that Pimp C was vocal about what he knew, and he wasn't one to play the industry game. He called people out. He didn't care who you were. Diddy, Jay, nobody was off limits. And we all know, the industry, especially people like Jay and Diddy, don't like loud truth tellers. And then add on to that the allegation that he hooked up with Beyonce and even made a tape. If that wasn't the perfect recipe to have him unalived, I don't know what is. Well, about that relationship with Beyonce, there was a time when Bun B was narrating how one time they were in the studio with Beyonce, and Pimp C was there as well, and Jay-Z called the studio to find out who was there. Then, when he was told that Beyonce was dressed in a spicy outfit, he demanded that all the men, especially Pimp C, should vacate the room.
He's like, wait a minute, how many dudes are there? And so she's like, oh, it's about 9 or 10 guys, I guess, over there. Where are they now? They're in here, they're in the soundstage, they're kind of watching, watching her film. What is she wearing? They describe the outfit, and he's like, yo, clear the room.
Wow.
So they immediately come over to us, and they kick all of us out, send us up to our dressing rooms.
Wow.
And we're told to stay there.
Wow.
Until we have to shoot.
Okay.
We're not allowed to watch Beyonce dance anymore in the video.
Actually, when Bun B was talking about his interactions with Beyonce, he also recalled a time when Beyonce's father told Pimp C not to hook up with Beyonce.
Matthew Knowles comes in and he asks Pimp, can I talk to you for a minute? And so they leave out for a couple of minutes and Pimp comes in and he's dying laughing. And we're like, what's wrong? He's like, yo, Matthew Knowles just told me don't his daughter, man. Please don't. Please don't my daughter.
So basically, word on the street is that this is just one of the things that could come up from Beyonce's past if she takes the stand. But we also know that she's been mentioned quite a few times in relation to the entire Diddy and Epstein thing. I mean, there have already been reports that Cassie actually implicated Jay-Z and Beyonce in her initial lawsuit. The thing is, Cassie's lawsuit was allegedly initially 60 pages, but it was narrowed to 35 pages. And in these pages that were removed, Cassie allegedly also talked a lot about Beyonce and Jay-Z. It was actually said that Jay-Z and Beyonce were implicated in the lawsuit for witnessing Diddy strike Cassie and push her down at one of Diddy's parties. Allegedly, what was in the lawsuit described an incident where after Beyonce witnessed Diddy striking Cassie, Cassie fled upstairs and locked herself in one of the bedrooms. Then Diddy security tracked her down, and Cassie took 30 minutes or more to get herself together. Apparently, once Cassie was on her way returning to the party, Beyonce and Jessica Alba were waiting in the foyer of the house to check on her. Cassie said that Beyonce was visibly upset, and as Diddy and Jay were walking towards them, Beyonce blew a gasket and screamed at Diddy, telling him that what he did was highly offensive and unacceptable. Then Diddy got on his knees and apologized to Cassie, Beyonce, and Jessica. Beyonce was also reportedly super mad at Jay-Z, and she asked him why he was comforting Diddy instead of checking him, and she reportedly even told Jay that she was starting to lose respect for him. Reportedly, after that incident, Beyonce, Cassie, Jessica, and about 20 to 25 people left the party after witnessing what happened or hearing about it. The source also said that Cassie left with Jessica and her people because she knew if she left with Beyonce, Diddy would track her down because of the connections he had with Jay-Z. Also remember when Jaguar Wright claimed that Jay-Z and Beyonce are a nasty couple who keep people against their will, putting them on planes while they're unconscious to illegally transport them across borders for you-know-what.
Potentially, do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. And everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting air tag on children during visits. These are normal practices that these people do.
Like, isn't this the exact same thing Diddy and Epstein are being accused of? In addition, there have been allegations that Beyonce also participated in the freak-offs. So like I said, it's a lot to unpack here. But the real question is, could Jay have had something to do with Pimp's death? Well, there's no hard proof, but the whispers have never died. And could this all resurface because of Diddy's mess? Absolutely. Because if one domino falls, the whole structure could collapse. I don't think Beyonce and Jay-Z are gonna avoid their own skeletons coming up if they take the stand, but you let me know whether they can somehow avoid it in the comments section below.